Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. It's Tuesday again. Holy cow. This week went by fast. Peanut, you need to settle down. She's not leaving me alone right now. How's everybody doing? Okay, no, you got to get down. Let's try this again. Welcome to my live stream. Thanks for stopping in. It is 2 o'clock here in Halifax, 1 o'clock if you're in New York, Boston, Toronto, Atlanta, Miami. Yeah, and I don't know, like 6 or 7 o'clock if you're in the UK. I'm not exactly sure. Our time just rolled back an hour on Sunday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning. So we are now in, what do you call this? Are we now daylight savings? So a DT instead of standard. I'm not sure which one's standard, which one's not. But anyways, it's now super dark out by the time 5 o'clock, well, 5:30 at night rolls around. It's usually pretty dark. But we get some more light in the mornings now until, I don't know when they change it back, March, I think. Something like that. So anyways, I don't know if they do that everywhere in the world. I think most of the states do it, and most of the Canadian provinces. Saskatchewan, I don't believe they do it. But all of the other provinces do. But anyway, and I think there's something going on between Nevada and Arizona. I remember crossing that border one time and the clocks didn't change the way I thought they would. I forget what that was, but anyways, I digress. How's everybody doing? I've got several things to talk about here, but we first always start with going through the Q&A just to see who's all here watching. Let me just bring up my right screen here so I can see, and there's already lots of people. Awesome. That's great. Let me know where you're watching from, who you are, and if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. Just real quick though, what I'm going to go through, I got some notes down. What I'm going to go through this time is I shot a video. I don't know who saw my trailer video this morning. So the trailer for this live stream, I made that this morning. I went out for a run in the rain, came back, made that video. Then after it got cleaned up, I made another video. I went outside again in the rain. I should have waited on the shower, but and I had some notes written down on a little cue card here of some things to talk about, one of the next videos I wanted to make, and I thought, yeah, let's make a video about that. So I went outside, I filmed that, and I haven't even looked at it. It was on my phone. All I've done is I airdropped it from my phone. So I recorded myself on my phone. I airdropped it to my MacBook here. So it's all ready to edit, I guess. Hopefully it worked out. And my plan is in this live stream to show you how I edit that. And I have done this before, but usually there's other questions that pop up while I'm doing it. If I can help answer any questions you have while I'm editing, feel free to ask. So that's what I plan on doing. Another thing is I want to make an update to Creators Cove. That's the over 40 community that I created a couple of months ago. It was included for free for those who buy my course. It's a $97 37 video starter course, YouTube starter course that I created about 2 months ago. But last week I opened the Creators Cove up for free to try to get some more people in there and just some more conversations going. My intention all along was for that to be, I guess, free, but I would include it with things. So whether it's coaching or consulting or a course that you buy or whatever it is, I was just nervous about making it 100% free because I didn't want to run into spamming problems or scammers. I wanted to keep the community full of only people who really wanted to be there and wanted to get help from other like-minded people, also trying to, start up YouTube in our later years, over 40. Just a place where you can go to get help, give help, and a place for me to be able to, what was that? Okay, no. For me to be able to answer any questions you have as well, so that you don't have to wait for the Tuesday weekly live stream. Just another place to go. But So what I did is I did open it up for free. I'm going to keep an eye on it though. If it looks like there's going to be, like, if there's any scamming or spamming or anything like that, anybody who's in Creators Cove, let me know if I don't notice it. But I'm keeping a watchful eye on it, and I'll just delete people if they're breaking the rules. And that's basically all the rules are, is just don't spam people, don't try to sell people stuff. It's really a place to go to help one another out. Okay, so we'll keep it for free for now, and there's a link. There should be a link in the description below to sign up for it if you haven't yet. But yeah, that's what's going on with that. But I wanted to add another another chat room in Creators Cove, and I'll do that live here if I have time. So I'm going to be here for at least 2 hours, probably closer to 3, and we'll just see what we get done. As I should be able to edit that video that I shot today. I think it's around 15 minutes. And that shouldn't take me very long at all to edit that. And I kind of want, some people are concerned about video editing and they've never done it, and they're intimidated by it. And I guess I want to continue to prove to you that that really doesn't have to be as big of a roadblock as you think it is. No longer is it required to do heavy editing to videos, just some basic stuff, clean it up, knock off the beginning and the ending, maybe cut out a couple mistakes here and there, maybe add a little text here and there, and that's it. And some of that you don't even have to do. I also want to talk about Dodash today. Not sure if anybody's heard of her. Very successful, recent success on YouTube, and I've got some thoughts on her. And in fact, that's what my video is about too. That once I edit it, I'm hoping to have it out tomorrow, post it up to YouTube. So that's my intro spiel. Let me get right to the chat to see who's here and see if you have any questions. And who do we have first? And I can pop them up here by clicking on them like this. Hello, Julie. How you doing? Julie T has a question. How do you sync audio from an external mic with video during editing? Great question. I do that very regularly because I record my audio separate from my video. Not everybody does that, but when I use this DJI mic and my phone, yes, I plug one end into my phone, and then that's the receiver, and then the transmitter or the microphone clips onto my shirt, and it transmits the audio to my phone. But you can also just record on this as a backup in case the transmission didn't work well. Let's say you walked too far away from your phone, or a wall got between you and the phone and it didn't work well. You could be recording it on your audio here. So that's one. If you do that, you'd want to sync that up. If you're syncing an audio file to a video recording that also has audio, I know that's not what you're asking, but I'll get to that, then it's easy because you just line up the waveforms of the two audio sources, because the video would have audio in it as well. So if the video has captured some audio, even though it may not be your good audio, it is audio, and you can use that to sync up to your good audio. You know, they'll be on two different tracks, and you can sync it up until you hear no echo, and then just delete the bad audio. Okay. Now, if your video does not have audio, if it's not capturing audio at all, so you have a video source and you have an audio source that was recorded in another way, like this, for instance, a microphone into your computer, that could be recording the audio. Meanwhile, my phone or a camera is recording the video. And if it's not recording audio at all, then there's a trick. What you want to do is, once you start recording on both of them, so press record on your audio, press record on your camera for your video, then you want to do something that you can see as well as hear. And the easiest thing that people do is clap. So you look at the camera and you just go, okay? You'll definitely be able to see that in the audio because it'll be like 3 quick spikes for the 3 claps. And then you can match those up with the visual of your hands clapping in the video. And that's how you would sync it up. So if you've ever seen if you've ever seen like people making videos, like even in Hollywood, right? You might see those big clappers. It's basically just a big board like this with this, and they go clap like that, and it usually has the scene number and all this stuff written here. And that sound, that's why they do that. Clap, so you can see it for the video and you can hear it in the audio, and you match those two things up. That's how you do that. So I hope that helped, Julie. Good question to start us off. And you are happy to be here, and so am I. Thank you. And you're from Canada. Awesome. Great. I believe that's, I think that's what you mean. That is a Canadian flag. I'm in Canada. Ryopel Room. Hello from Arizona. Hello. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. And I missed one. 60 plus. Hello. How are you? Hope you're good. You seemed troubled the other day in your last video. No, I wasn't troubled. I did. So what you're referring to is I made a video that I came out with on Friday, and it was, I think I titled it, actually I changed the title and I changed it back. I've got something to say, real talk. So it was just a real talk. And where was I? Yeah, I just filmed it here in my chair. And I was just talking about, what was it? Just some, like problems with social media, the fact that it's hard to get away from social media, and it's hard for kids to get away from social media. And it was just a real talk. If you want to, I don't want to explain here everything that it was, but check out the video if you're interested at all. But I do remember that when I initially sat down to record that, and you may run into this if you make videos like this yourself, I had some notes jotted down, or actually I wrote them down and taped them to the tripod, and of what I was going to talk about, because I had some ideas. And then by the time I finished and stopped recording, I then kind of looked at my notes. It's like, I only talked about half of the stuff I wanted to talk about. But that's okay. I'll probably do a part 2 and actually get into the stuff I wanted to talk about. But on its own, it was a pretty good video, and it got lots of views. I think I'm up over 4,000 views with that one, so that's awesome. Thanks, guys, for those who watched and liked it. I hope you did like it. Something a little bit different than what I had been doing, but that's important too. I think it's important just to kind of not just do the same kind of video all the time. I'm trying to switch it up a little bit. Every so often, I'll do something new. The video I made today, I was standing out in my backyard with the ocean in the background. So that's a different look. That's not a look you've seen before. I've not made a video like that yet. So that'll be something new. But again, it's just like another chat. So we might we'll probably see some of that once I get into editing it today, and you'll see the whole video tomorrow. But no, 60 plus, I am all good. It's all good. Sophia, hello Sophia, how are you? I can finally watch you live again. Work got in the way the last 2 weeks. Watching from Portugal. What's your opinion on the less video editing, the better? Well, welcome back. Thanks for stopping in again. My opinion is exactly that. I agree. The less video editing, the better. I'll even go one step further and say, actually, is my audio okay? Am I loud enough? It looks like I am. I just want to make sure. I don't think I changed the gain. I'll go one step further and say editing is not even really that important. It is certainly not the most important thing when making a video. The most important thing is that what you're talking about in your video, or the story you're telling, or the thing you're teaching, or whatever, the content is by far the most important thing, because that's what will keep people watching, and the longer people watch, the higher your retention numbers, the flatter your retention graph, all good things in YouTube's books, and that will only help them want to push your video out to even more people, like new people. And then if that just keeps going and everyone loving your video, they'll keep pushing it out to more and more, and that's how you get a viral video. So, but it doesn't matter if you do like a ton of video editing, all kinds of things happening, lots of fancy masking, tracking, text flying around, and all this stuff, which takes a lot of time to do. If your underlying story or message or thing that you're teaching is not valuable to the watchers, they're going to leave. and it's not going to matter. Your video is going to tank. It's not going to do well. So yeah, people are starting to catch on to this, especially those of you who may be not as young as some people on YouTube, right? Over 40, over 50, over 60. More often than not, as you get older, you're less likely to want to get into something new. It's like, oh my God, this seems so daunting. I got to learn video editing. Oh man, this YouTube thing is not even worth it. It's too much trouble. So I'm here to tell you that I'm here to suggest that all of it can be simplified, and you don't have to make it as difficult as you think it has to be. So I 100% agree with that statement, Sophia. Less video editing, the better, because it saves you time. You can get videos out quicker. So you'll see again today, this video that I shot for 15 minutes, I can probably edit that in half an hour. And most of that editing is going to be moving files around and getting my folder structure in place and things like that. Actually, I probably spend more time making the thumbnail. No, even the thumbnail. I don't do much work on thumbnails. I take a screenshot, add some text. That's pretty much it. I spend a lot of time thinking about what the title should be. But that might not even be important too. Also, if you look at some of the titles that Dodash has been putting in her videos, and she's getting tons of views. So, that's probably not as important as you think either. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Hello from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Happy editing time. Hello, Jules. How you doing? Bonsoir. Cat Bravo says, the cat wants to help. Yeah, she did, but alas, she's now happy in her spot. Is this one working? Press that button and it didn't see. Yeah, there it is. There she is. You can see her over there. I think she's good now for this whole stream. She'll probably not get up unless she's got to go to the washroom or something, and I got to open the door, but I think she'll be good for now. Usually takes her a little bit of time to settle in. Roger Plays Games. Hi all, 40 plus gamer here. Hello Roger, good to see you. So every once in a while I'm gonna switch over and take a quick peek at the real-time chat, but the ones that I'm kind of going through right now, they're a little bit so these chats came in just as I went live, so a little bit of a delay from when you asked these, but we'll keep going through them. Sophia says, how is Peanut's channel coming along? So for those who don't know, I did open up a channel for Peanut. It's called Peanut's Perspective. I have not done anything other than that with it. I've got a lot of stuff going on. I just got too busy. I do have a script and some videos shot for a first video, but it's just a fun thing that I was going to do kind of in my spare time, and I've had no spare time lately. So yeah, no, it's not right. There's going to be other things coming down the pipe before Peanut is able to get her channel off the ground. But it does exist, and I think there are 7 or 8 of you who have subscribed to it, even though there's no videos there yet. So I guess you'll be notified once there is, but we're still a few weeks away yet. JKK, watching from the car husband is driving. After 2 days in North England, recorded my first walk and talk video. Awesome. Congratulations. Awesome. How was it? How did it feel? Feel good to get that done? I bet it did. I know the first time I did mine, you feel good about yourselves. Like, wow, I've never done a video like that before, and I may not love it, but I'm going to post it anyways. So you don't have to be perfect. Meow back? I assume you're talking to Peanut. You say meow. The Weezer, Lee, hi everybody. Come on in. The water is fine and free. That's right. Oh, Lee is in Creators Cove. I think he's referencing that. Feel free to join Creators Cove. Link down below, and say hi in there too. Watching from my living room. Dinner is served. That sounds good. Cleveland, Cape Breton Island. Doing well. Oh, very good. Cape Breton, for those who don't know, is part of Nova Scotia, which is where I am. So Cape Breton's around a 4-hour drive for me to get there, but beautiful up there. Beautiful Cape Breton. Aaron the DJ. Hello from Calgary. New subscriber. Welcome, Aaron. Welcome aboard, I like to say. Keep the maritime theme going. Hello, Eric. How you doing? 7 p.m. in Norway. 7 p.m. So 5 hours. Very good. Very good. We have Mustang. Hello, Rob. I'm watching from Newfoundland. Awesome. Very good. Love Newfoundland. Beautiful. My wife's from Newfoundland. Love Newfoundland. And I've driven to Cape Breton to take the ferry to Newfoundland many times. About 100 kilometers. Ferry ride, 6 or 7 hours. Very good. Hello from Norway. Nina. So that's 2 from Norway. Hello, Nina. Welcome. Arizona time does not change. That I knew it was something like that. I knew it was something like that because I drove like from Utah to Arizona and then over and up into Nevada. And yeah, sometimes it changes when you cross into Nevada and sometimes not, I guess. So there you go. Who knew? I didn't know until I got there. Hello from New York City. Cat Bravo. Hello. Welcome. John from North Carolina. Hello, John. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Bruno Rios. Hi, everyone. I'm watching from Brazil. Hello, Bruno. How you doing? Brazil. That's awesome. Crafty Stuff by Stacy. Hello from fabulous Las Vegas. Finally made it live. Hello, Stacy. How you doing? Finally made it. Welcome. That's awesome. Love Las Vegas. Dinner is served. Are there free, reliable apps that can help in creating videos? Oh, creating videos is kind of, that encompasses a lot of different things. So to create a video, you basically just have to record a video. You may be referring to editing videos because you can record a video on your phone and that's it. And then the video is on your phone and you can get it off your phone and put it into your computer either by AirDrop. If you have like an Apple phone, an iPhone, and a MacBook, you can AirDrop back and forth. Or if not, you can just plug it in to your computer, USB, and transfer your file over that way. Or some people will, like if you have a Google Drive app on your phone and you have access to Google Drive on your computer, on your phone, you can upload your video to Google Drive if you have space enough for it, and then go to your computer and download it from Google Drive. So that's something else you could do. So yeah, just use your phone. That's the best way to make a video, or other camera if you want. But then to make the video, if you're referring to video editing, then you would need video editing app and or program application. And there's many to choose from, and that could get a little daunting. Try to figure out which one to use. I have some recommendations. I really love Camtasia, and that's what I use. Camtasia. It's not free. I think I want to say it's 200 or 180. Oh, that's right. They just recently changed to an annual subscription model. I think it's $180 a year right now. So there's Camtasia. There is CapCut, which there is a free version of that, or you can upgrade to a paid version. There's DaVinci Resolve, which is a little more complicated, but can do a whole lot of stuff. There's a free version of that. iMovie, if you have an iPhone or a MacBook, iMovie is free, comes with it. Or what else? There's all kinds. There is all kinds. I like Camtasia. I also use DaVinci Resolve sometimes for more complicated things, but I honestly don't use it very much because it's harder to learn and takes longer to do things, although you can do a lot more things with it. So free, reliable apps, I would say iMovie. If you have a MacBook or an iPhone, that's what I would use. Or CapCut, if you have a Windows-based computer, use CapCut. That's from the makers of TikTok, and they have a version for your phone, but also a version for Mac or PC. And there's a free version of that. So that's, a lot of people like to start out with that one too. So there you go. Hope that helped. Hello from Boston. Hello, Matt. How you doing? Good to see you. I use my phone for creating my video content. Absolutely. Very good. Okay, you're the same one that asked about an app. So if you use your phone for creating your content, take a look at CapCut. Honestly, that's what I would look at. It was created initially for people who were making TikTok videos to add, the dynamic captions, subtitles, and all that stuff that kind of flash on the screen and whatnot. CapCut has a lot of neat options for that. But you know, you don't even have to get into that if you just want to use it to, you know, cut off some mistakes, the beginning and the end, and mistakes in the middle, and just do some basic video editing. CapCut is perfect for that, and it's free. There's a paid version, and I think the paid version is only like $11 or $12 a month, maybe less. I can't remember. Very reasonable though. Hey, Rob. Oh, I already saw this message. I already saw that one. Lee, rainy day here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but I didn't go for a run. It's rainy here too. It's rainy here too, and starting to get a little cold. Winter is around the corner. I'm into it's jeans season. It's no longer short season. I'll be in shorts at some point just because I wear them all the time. It's usually only 2 to 3 months of the year that I don't, but today's a jeans day. What's a good mic for when you're making YouTube videos outside? I swear by this guy, the DJI mic. This is a charging case that it comes in. If you open that up, you can see that like the lights come on. Yeah. Like you plug the case in, charge the case up, and then when you're finished with the mic, you put it back in here, the case charges the mic. But if you've seen any of my walk and talk videos, you may see this clipped to my shirt. And it's got a really neat way. So anyways, to finish that thought, this clips to your shirt. This end plugs into your phone like this, see? Like that. And it comes with an attachment, a USB-C attachment. I don't know if you can see all this. I can take this iPhone or this lightning cable attachment off and put this USB-C attachment on in its place to plug it into a newer iPhone or a Samsung Android phone. Or what else is here? Get back in there. Can't get it back into where it came in, where it came out. Oh, bear with me. Or what is this? Oh, that's just a cold shoe mount that allows you to mount it on the top of a camera, because it also comes with a little not quarter inch, but even smaller than that, a little 1/8 inch pin audio connector. You can plug this into a camera, like this camera, an SLR camera. Okay, so, but yeah, you plug this in to the phone. This is wireless, and it's got a neat little, I don't know if you can see this. I have to hide my face from the camera to force it to focus on something like this. So you can see this little square here. That's a magnet. You pull that off like this, and then you put the square magnet up inside your shirt, and that just clips right there. So yeah, I love this. And then if it's windy out at all, you snap one of these on it. It comes with 2 of these. I've still only used one of them, but it's getting a little, I've had it out in the rain. Let me take this off. So, but yeah, there's also a button on the side of this so that you can record the audio on this. This has an 8 gigabyte hard drive built right into the microphone. So if for whatever reason the transmission from that to this into your phone doesn't work, then you can just, you can use the audio from that mic. So I love this mic, I love it. This, if you go on Amazon, I think I have a link down below. If not, just DJI mic. The link I had down below was for the DJI mic 2, because the link for the DJI mic, or 1, I couldn't find anymore. But this is actually the 1, okay? It's $100 less than the DJI mic 2. If you can find the 1, I think it's just fine. The 2 has slightly longer battery life, like 16 hours instead of 15, I think. I'm never outside that long recording, so... there's some other minor feature details, but yeah, that's the one I like. If you don't want to spend that kind of money, then you can get like a $30 lav mic that'll just clip to your shirt, and it would have like a long wire that can plug into your phone. That's something else you can do for like $30. And then these things, if your lav mic doesn't come with them, you can get one of these dead cats, all right, or wind muffs, they're called. And they're like, I think they're like $5 for a pack of 2 or 3, something like that. But huge, like very good at cutting out the wind noise. So yeah, there you go. I hope that helped, Nina. DJI 2 cordless mics, Nina. There you go. Sorry, yeah, I could have just said that. instead of my 5-minute explanation. Thank you, Lee. I am Mo. Hello, Rob and chat. Happy Tuesday, Mo. How you doing? Aaron says, when did you start YouTube? I think I created my channel in like April of 2020. And I think I posted my first video around the end of that year. So the very end of 2020, or it might have been like January 1st, 2021. So 3.5 years ago. But in that, and I did make a video that kind of walked you through kind of my whole journey on YouTube. In that, I kind of described everything. Let me just find that and I can show it to you. Yeah, well, let me just bring this down. Bring that down here. I can share my screen the way I'm set up here, I think. That work? There we go. So this is my channel. Scroll down here, and it's the one with the arrow on it. This one, 2 months ago. My YouTube journey, analytics, growth, and earnings revealed. Something like that. So yeah, at that point, I think I was at 20,000 subscribers. Grown a little bit since then, but I kind of walked through. There were a couple of periods of time, long periods of time, where I didn't post at all, because I was getting discouraged. Well, I moved. That was one of the reasons, but also, I just put a lot of time into trying to learn how to do all this stuff, and I was overcomplicating things. I was trying too hard to make things perfect, and it wasn't until recently that I decided, it was just this past March or February, that I decided to start posting regularly again and doing these live streams again. I haven't missed a live stream. I've done this every week since I think the last week of February this year. And I love these. They're fun, a lot of fun. But in terms of, so it might sound like, oh, well, you've got 26,000 subscribers or whatever. You've been at it 3.5 years. Wow, that took a long time. Well, 3 months ago, I was at 3,500 subscribers. So the vast majority of my growth came in July. I think I added 12,000 subscribers in July alone. It was from one viral video. And then I've had a few other videos do well in the last month or so. So yeah, that's actually, if I show you, I can show you that. Where did that go? If I go back, sorry, bear with me 1 second. Yes, this page here. This will give you an idea. So this is a link from within my YouTube studio, and that'll show you. So this is all time. So this graph here is from when I launched my channel back here to right now, okay? And yeah, you can kind of scroll, or I can scroll here and show you. I didn't post my first video till right around here, okay? 3 subscribers, so that number there is how many subscribers I have at the time. So December 19th, 2020, 3. And I believe 2 of those, actually probably all 3 of those were family members. My son, my daughter, my wife probably, or my nephew. Yep. And then I posted a bunch of videos right in around here, and the subscribers started to grow. But by the end of that first year, 400 subscribers. By the end of the next year, 1,800, still not monetized. And then this past January, 2,600 is what I was at. And then it was started to grow right around here. You can see it was started to uptick, 3,800 or so. And then boom, because July 5th, I think, is when that video, I came out with that video, and it just took off. And there, in a month, it went from 3,800 to, where's he there, 17,400, and then just kept going up. And then you can see it spiked a little bit more right here. I had another good video about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Okay, so yeah, that'll give you an idea of my journey. But watch that video if you want more details. Alrighty. Audio perfect. All good on the audio. I have a question. Bruno says, I have a question. As someone who started a YouTube channel recently, was worried about find your niche in the beginning, or do you always think like I'm the content of my channel? No, I have not always thought that. Yes, I have. I was worried about niche because when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. I knew I wanted a YouTube channel. I loved the idea of making YouTube videos and potentially earning an income from that. That was the initial driver, and then I did a lot of studying on equipment and how to edit and all these things. I'm self-taught in all of this stuff. I'm actually an engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade. That's what I went to school for. So none of this stuff. This I learned on my own afterwards. Yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about because at the time, 4 years ago, I was a full-time freelancer. I edited videos at that time for other people. I added subtitles for other people in their videos. A whole bunch of small jobs. I worked through Fiverr, and I was earning good money through Fiverr. But I realized that, well, this is great living, but at some point, and I'm not 20. I was at the time late 40s, I guess. I don't want to do this the rest of my life. It's a lot of work. The more you work, the more money you make, and that's great. But eventually, I'd like to kind of settle down, and that's when I decided that because I do have a bit of a coaching background in sports, so I thought if I can learn all this stuff and get good at editing videos, growing my YouTube channel and everything that goes along with it, then I could perhaps teach other people how to do that, and I can teach other people, kind of take people along with me on the journey so they can see how I've done it. So when I first started my YouTube channel, it was kind of with the intent of showing people how to go from no subscribers all the way up to whatever and just keep it going. And then eventually perhaps generate some passive income from this, not just through AdSense, but other ways like selling courses or coaching or consulting or whatever, merchandise even, any number of things, whatever you're really good at. Again, since I have a background in coaching, I've kind of thought that, at some point I'd kind of like to get into that. A coach is a coach is a coach. You're helping people go from point A to point B. Doesn't even really matter what you're talking about. You can coach people through anything. Like if you're a good plumber, then you can coach people into becoming a plumber, or teach, or whatever word you want to use. But coaching is more of a you're guiding people along. You're not just teaching information. Information you can just get off the internet, right? But if you're coaching somebody, you're not only giving them information, but you're taking in their feedback, or you're noticing things and trying to help them out in other ways, like pointing out things about their thumbnails, like how could they be better, or their titles, or the way they speak on camera, or whatever it is. Just kind of coach people through all of that. That's where I'm going with this. But I feel like I'm starting to. So I feel like I'm starting to ramble, so I just have to double check what the question was. Were you worried about the niche in the beginning? So I wasn't. I didn't know what my niche was going to be. I knew it could be helping people make a living on Fiverr. That was one option. Helping people make a living through YouTube is an option, but I wasn't making a living through YouTube at the time anyways, so how can I teach someone how to do something I haven't done myself? I thought about teaching people what I know about how to do live streams. Well, I was just getting into that. So, that's still, my niche may still evolve, right? So I haven't done a video on how to do a live stream. People have asked me to do one, but, so I may do something like that. And then a whole bunch more people might want me to expand on that more. So the way I look at a niche is it can be fluid. It can change. Soft pivot is a term that I like to use sometimes. I can't remember where I heard that, but basically if your niche is one thing. So I kind of settled on editing videos through Camtasia because I had several years of experience editing videos with Camtasia. So I started making tutorial videos on Camtasia, how to use Camtasia, and everything that kind of went along with that. Every once in a while, I do a little bit of a soft pivot that I think my audience at the time might benefit from. For example, I would do a video on DaVinci Resolve, which was Still video editing, but not Camtasia at all. Or I'd do a video on how to use Canva. Still kind of, not video editing really, even though you can edit videos in Canva now. I've never done that, but I've always used it just for image editing. But I use Canva all the time. I use that to make my thumbnails. So that's part of making videos, thumbnails, right? So that's a soft pivot to something else. Now, and then I did the soft pivot and made that over 40 video where I just talk about, people over 40 really should get into YouTube. And that's the one that took off. And then it's like, wow, okay. So now I'm going to make, focus on that a little bit more, because now I've, 20,000 of my 23,000 subscribers are here because of that over 40 video. They may not even care about Camtasia, but I still have the Camtasia people too who want information on that too. So where am I going with this? Yeah, I was not worried about my niche in the beginning. Well, I guess I was, because I didn't know what it was going to be, but I've always known that it could change in time. So especially when you're beginning, I wouldn't worry too much about, if you don't know what your niche is going to be, don't worry too much about it, because your first videos are just you practicing getting good at making videos. Just think of it that way. And then you can always change. And by the time you settle on something that you want to make more videos on, that might be 20 videos down the line, it might be 100 videos down the line. And by then, you're probably going to be pretty good at making and editing videos. So then you'll be prepared for, a video to go viral and then to make a whole bunch of more videos on that topic. Okay, so yeah, I hope that helped. Have to try to speed up this here. I tend to be long-winded in my answers. I hope that's okay. I probably, what do we got here? Oh, we got 49 people in here still. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. I must be saying something you want to hear. Nina, make sure you have that fuzzy dead cat on the mics. If there's any wind at all, you want one of these. If it's dead calm and no wind whatsoever, then you don't need this. But like I don't use this inside, indoors. But outside, even walking, right? You're making your own wind if you're walking. I guess it depends how fast you're walking. But I always put it on when I'm outside. Nice almost fall day here in California. I'm personally all for not much obvious editing at all. Let's keep it real. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with that as well. Yeah, so it's a lot easier to make videos faster if you don't go crazy with the editing. And people these days, partly because I think there's more and more people our age and older coming onto YouTube, they don't care about all that fancy stuff. Typically, when you're on YouTube, you're there to learn something. Not always. I mean, some people go on YouTube to be entertained. But I think that's more the younger crowd. I think people who are older who go on YouTube are generally looking to learn something. So maybe they want to research a certain country that maybe they want to visit. Maybe they want to, I don't know, learn what they could do with their grandkids when they're coming over to visit. I don't know, like whatever, learning something, how to garden, how to row a boat, how to sail, how to, whatever it is, how to use an iPhone as a camera. I'm on YouTube all the time learning stuff, trying to learn how to do things. If I'm in Canva and I'm trying to do something and I figure, oh, you should be able to do that. How do I blur this or whatever? I'll fire up YouTube and I'll, how do I do this? And then I'll find it. So yeah, I think that's the way I use YouTube, mostly for learning. Whether it's something I'm trying to learn how to do or just learning some information. Like I also spend a lot of time watching football videos of my beloved Detroit Lions, right? Just hearing about today's the trade deadline. So I'm interested. I go onto YouTube to try to find out what's going on. And yes, we picked up an edge rusher. Awesome. So anyways, I digress again. I'm now in California on a mini vacation. Mr. Mistro, welcome. And enjoy. Enjoy your vacation. That's cool. Carter's Eat. I made it. Awesome. Carter, how you doing? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Denver, North Carolina in the house. That threw me for a loop. I didn't know there was a Denver, North Carolina. I know Denver, Colorado, but very good. We love your cat. Yeah, she's asleep now. I love her too. Please thumbs up our house by double tapping the screen. Thumbs up. Thank you. Common Sense Carnivore. I'm in Flip. First time catching a live with you. Awesome. Welcome. First timer. Good to see you here. I'm in Florida. First time catching a live. Welcome in Florida. Nice weather down there, I'm sure, right now. Hello from the Netherlands. I'm going to try this. Glastatelier de Marie. I hope I said that all right. Apologies if I did not, but welcome. The Weezer. Thanks, I will. Tanya Matthews. Happy Tuesday from Las Vegas. Happy Tuesday, Tanya. Thanks for stopping in. Aaron, I believe InShot is another free one. Yes, I have heard of that. I've never used InShot, but that is another free video editor. Hi, Rob from Indonesia. John VFX. Hello, John. Welcome. Have you ever used Wondershare Demo Creator version 8? If so, what are your thoughts? I have not. I have not used that. I've heard of it. I used to use a program called Demo Builder back in the day, like 10 years ago, even longer ago than that, I think. And that's kind of how I got into video. I used to make Flash videos for companies that explained how to use software. Right? That was how I got into video. It was all screen capture video type stuff, and that's how I kind of got into Camtasia. When Flash was no longer accepted by Apple, everything switched over to video, so MP4 files, yeah, so that's when I kind of moved to Camtasia from Demo Builder, and I used to make how-to videos for software, and then eventually, when I started to get the YouTube bug, I got into making videos of myself or outside. So there you go. But no, I have not used Demo Creator. I've heard of it though. The magnet thing was smart. Yes, and the microphone. It is. In fact, I mentioned that to somebody in a previous live, I think, and I think they even had this mic and had no idea it had that magnet because it's not just the magnet that it has. You don't have to use that magnet, although I do, but that's also a clip here, see? Hide my face. You can clip it on like that. So either that or take this magnet off. So whichever works best for you. I've never used the clip. I only use the magnet because it's perfect. Allison Crow, hello from Austin, Texas. Hello, Allison. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Mini Scenes GB. Hi, Rob. Sorry I'm late. I'll watch the first half hour later. No problem. Glad you made it. I didn't know my DJI mic had a magnet. LOL. Thanks for that. Okay, so you're the second person. Or maybe you're the first person and you've mentioned that before. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I don't advertise that very much, but I love it. Aaron says, actually, 26K is huge in 3 years. Yeah, everybody's path is different. It really is. I could very easily be at, well, I was starting, when I got back into this hardcore in March of this past year, when I say hardcore, that's posting 3 new videos every week plus a live stream. So 4 pieces of content every week for months. It took about a month of doing that before it started to grow. And then it really started to grow. I was in a niche. Everything was about Camtasia, or 99% of it was about Camtasia. But if I had not done that pivot and tried something new in July, I probably still would have been growing. Like my 3,800 might be 5,000 by now, but it was the pivot to something completely different, taking a chance, that really caused it to grow up, to go up and through the roof. So it's not growing as fast now as it did then, so I'd probably need another really well-performing video to get another spike up. Yeah, everyone's path is different. It really is. The more you put into it, and the more you study how your videos are doing, and try to improve from one video to the next, the better it'll help. But consistency is the number one thing. You gotta find your rhythm, get systems in place that allow you to make videos quickly and post them quickly, and then that will help your channel grow. Okay, we're getting down here. Ordered the new MacBook Mini with the M4 chip. Dan Frankel. I am going from a PC to Apple. Why did you go to Apple from a PC? Great question. So what I have is the MacBook Pro with the M1 Max chip, is what is in this, with I think I have a 2 terabyte hard drive. What else? Well, I think that pretty much sums it up. But so I got this a year and a half ago. And before that, this was my first MacBook ever. Before that, I was PC. I had a desktop it sounded like an airplane under my desk with the fans going. It was loud, but it was powerful. But this is way more powerful, and I don't hear it. It's awesome. The fan hardly ever comes on. But the reason I switched to Mac, I had been using an iPhone for a long time. This is my phone. I've always had an iPhone, it seems. And I love that. I've always loved that. And I had an Apple Watch as well, but not a MacBook. And it was actually my son that convinced me. He said, Dad, you're creating stuff. That's more Mac stuff than PC. PC, I've always thought of as a workhorse, whereas the creative people tend to, gravitate towards the Macs. And he just kept telling me, he said, look, you will love it. I mean, it's going to be a little hard to make the switch, but once you do make the switch, if you're making videos and just the things that he knew that I was doing with the computer, he said you'd love it. The way I love the airdropping from my iPhone to my MacBook. That is one of my favorite things. That is awesome. It just makes it so easy. The biggest problem I had was when you close a window, right? On a Mac, you go up to the top left. On a PC, it's the top right. And also File Manager on a PC is Finder on a Mac. You get those two things sorted, everything else. I mean, most things that I run through browsers anyways. I don't use Safari. I downloaded Google Chrome, and that's what I use as my browser. I just got so used to it, and I'm kind of plugged into the whole Google, YouTube, Google, but also Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google, or whatever, Gmail. I use Gmail. But I have all those apps on my phone too. Have them on my phone. So I use the Google Chrome browser, not Safari. But other than that, I've gone Mac I use Mac for everything else. And most programs like CapCut is available for both Mac and PC. So is DaVinci Resolve. And actually, my favorite live streaming program is Ecamm Live. That's only available for Mac. That's not even available for PC. When I had my PC and I live streamed, I used StreamYard. And I used OBS. But I like StreamYard better than OBS. I like Ecamm Live better than both of those. So that's why I went, and I love that I did. Not going back now. Mel runs things. Hi, Rob from New Zealand. Now watching my second live of yours. Great tips again. Welcome, Mel. Thanks for stopping in. From New Zealand. Must be late there, or early, one or the other. Half a world away. Friendly reminder, everybody, please hit the like button before you go. Thanks. Thank you, Lee. Shout out. Hello, all. Please smash the thumbs up. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you. You're all doing the advertising for me. Not a tech question, but I really like the color on the walls behind you. What color is that? I mean, obviously blue, but do you know the name of the color? Yeah, I guess it does look blue. No, I don't. I don't know the name of the color. Built this house 2 years ago. I'll have to get back to you with that. It's it's a pale blue. I think it has something to do with the ocean, like sea breeze or something like that. I'll try to remember and let you know. And we have Super Chat. Thank you very much, John. Really appreciate that. for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hope you're getting some value. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any for me. It's been about an hour, so I'm going to be getting into that video that I want to edit soon, and then the Creators Cove here. But I'll just continue going through these chats. We're almost through the end of it. Aaron says, Canva is a fantastic program. I make all my posters and thumbnails and websites with it. It's been a game changer for me. I absolutely love it too, Canva. So for me, all of my thumbnails are in Canva. All of my graphics, like so my YouTube channel banner, right? The avatar, the circle image of myself, anything. If I need any image size, a different size, I put it in Canva and download the proper size. I use it a lot, a lot. Anaya Wellness. Hi, Rob. I'm not sure if anyone has asked this question. Which is the best streaming app for 24/7 live streaming? 24/7, like live streaming all the time. I don't know. I mean, the best stream. If you didn't add that for 24/7 live streaming, I would have said Ecamm Live. I love Ecamm Live. I don't know if there's a limitation on it. I'd have to look that up. Let me write that down. 24/7 live streaming best app. Good question. I'll look into that. It's not something I've ever looked into. Grammy's story time. Hey Rob, I really appreciate you. You're the real deal. Always trying to help others. Grateful for the Creators Cove. I'd encourage people to sign up. They're missing out on great stuff. Thank you, Grammy. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm glad you like Creators Cove. That's we've gotten a whole lot more new people into it since I opened it up last week for free. So yeah, that's and I haven't run into any spamming or scamming problems yet. Hopefully that continues. And I'll try to stay on top of it if that does happen. But yeah, lots of people, lots of helpful people in there. If anybody wants to sign up, just click the link down below in the description here. Yeah, you should be able to sign up and get in there during this live stream if you want. I don't have to do it. It's all automatic. What I usually do though is I will go in when I notice. So after this live stream is over, I'll go and I'll look to see who new has signed up. And then I go into the DMs of Creators Cove and I'll send a personalized message to everybody. I've done that so far to everybody, just to welcome you in there. So yeah, it's not just a collection of chat rooms. Well, let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. I gotta find the right thing here first. Bring it down and change my view. This is what it looks like. Creators Cove. Now, I will say, and some of you may have noticed this, this video here, that's like a welcome video, gives you a bit of a tour, how to get around inside it. It refers to this starter course here as being like, this is your starter course. Click here to see the course. Well, that was, I still haven't updated this page from when I first launched it. Well, I did some updates today. You'll notice that I've got this personal coaching here down there. I don't have everything quite set up for that yet, but that's where I'm going with it. But this course here is only available if you've purchased it. So if you've gotten into Creators Cove for free, if you click on this link, you're not going to get to the course. I think it might ask you if you want to buy it or not, but so I just have to change some wording with that. But yeah, this is it. And then down this side here, there's several rooms. So like here's a video I posted this morning after I made the trailer video for this live stream. I made a quick little video for the peanut gallery here. Oh, 109 members. So that means, because I think that was at 100. So I think maybe 9 people have signed up during this live stream. That's awesome. Yeah, it's just chat rooms. Right, so peanut gallery, there's introductions where you can go and introduce yourself, general discussion, Q&A, share your wins, and we're going to create a new one here shortly. And then, but also up here, you get into the DMs, so you can DM each other as well as me. If you want to ask me a question just to me, I can reply up there. And then there's notifications. Once we get into the coaching, once I'm able to offer the one-on-one video coaching calls, that will be available up here in Meetups. So I can set this up for each individual, right? And I haven't done anything with this challenges part yet, but that's something I can create challenges for people. Have to look into that a little bit more. And this feed is just, it's a consolidation of all the chat rooms, okay? So everything is in there. So that's Creators Cove, okay? And it's from within Creators Cove that you'll be able to get any additional courses that I offer and things like that. So what did I want to do now? I want to, well, actually, let me just take a quick look here at the, I'm almost finished through the chat, and then we can go in and create a new room in Creators Cove, and then I can show you the editing of a video. Okay, so let me just, oh, this is hard to see here, but here's a question. Just said, hi Rob, thank you for answering my manual or autofocus question this morning. No problem, no problem at all. Weezer says, hi from school. Okay, good morning from Australia, free to be, good morning. Rob's deep into the Googleverse. Yes, I am. Spanish with Q. Paul. Hi, Rob. I enjoy popping in our live streams. You're a very positive, encouraging person. It is easy to get discouraged when you first start out in YouTube. Yes, it is. Thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I have fun. I have fun doing this. Why not share what I can with you guys? Let me just, so I think I'm caught up with the chats. So that's awesome. Let me just take a quick break, quick little drink here. And I want to remind myself, I wanted to create a new room here. And so for those who don't know, Creators Cove, I've created within Kajabi is what it's called. So Kajabi is a platform, an app that allows me to have, it hosts my website, which is in various degrees of, it needs work. But yeah, it's where I create the course. It hosts all the videos for the course that I created and the additional courses that I'm working on. It also hosts this community, okay? And there's a bunch of other it'll host the live calls, or not live, but the one-to-one video calls. Yes, they will be live. So if you ever do get consulting or coaching or whatnot from me, any of our video calls will be recorded inside of Kajabi and inside Creators Cove, just for you, within your account, okay? So that's how that works. Kajabi hosts all those things. But now, in order for me to create a room, what I have to do is, and I'm not sure, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch screens here. I'm going to ask you guys, and then I will see in the comments. For those of you who are in Creators Cove, or if you're just signing up, let me know what additional rooms I should create. Now, the one I was thinking of was a specific room where you can post things that you want opinions on. So things like your thumbnail, right? If you want to post a picture of a thumbnail and you want to get other members' opinions on it, how you can make it better, or if you want to post two, which one do you like better, those sorts of things. Or if you want to post your channel and get some feedback or questions answered from the members. I don't really have a chat room for that. I have, like I showed you here, Peanut Gallery. That was mainly for, it was going to be for me just to post things going on here in my office, Peanuts office. But basically anybody can post in here, so you can post whatever. Introductions where you introduce yourself, general discussion. I mean, maybe I could reword that. If you think that could be reworded somehow, let me know. A Q&A, anything can go in there, and then a share your wins. So I'm thinking a new room that talks about that allows you to share and get opinions back from your channel, your artwork, or whatnot. So what do you think of that? Let me know. You can let me know in this chat or in the comments below at any point during this live stream, or when I'm finished. That's when the comments are available. And I'll add it. I'll add 1 or 2 or 3 rooms to Creators Cove when this live stream is over. Okay? Does that sound good? That way you don't have to kind of watch me create that, because that's not really adding value to you guys. And instead, I'll get into the video editing, which I think you guys would probably rather I do anyways. So let me just double check the chats one last time. Home Gym Physique says, could you do a video on the website Fiverr? Include your thoughts on how good it is, how you go about getting work, pros and cons, etc. Yeah, there's a lot to that. Yes, I could. I could, and I should. In fact, I've said that I was going to do that for quite some time. I think I do have one video on Fiverr. It's quite old though, like from 2 or 3 years ago, like 3 years ago, I think. That might help a little bit. But yeah, absolutely. I can add that to my list. I do have a long list of videos to make, but that could be a good one for sure. It's a good way to make extra income working for other people, small jobs and things like that. So there you go. So let's get into video editing. I'm going to clear this out of there, and I'm going to, where's Camtasia? I'm going to open up Camtasia, bring that down, press this button so you guys can see it. I'm going to take another drink. Okay, so I recorded a video outside a couple hours ago, and let me show you this here. This is my Finder window. So this, I've got a folder called My Projects. Within here, each folder, I create a folder for every video that I want to make. Okay? So, untitled folder. What did I put in there? Nothing. That just got made by accident. So I can right-click that and move to trash. So this is my most recent project. That's for this live stream. It's within here that I created the thumbnail. All right, I can double-click it to see it. That's the thumbnail I created for this live stream. And if I back up, my trailer video, and all the files needed for that are in here, the trailer that I made this morning. So anyways, let's back out of there. So first thing I do when I want to make a video is I will right click here and click new folder. I'll type in the date, so 2024, 11 for November, 05. I'm going to call this 06, which is tomorrow's date. That's when I'm going to post this video. And then a space, and then what am I going to call this? I'm going to call this, that's right, I haven't talked about DoDash yet, have I? Anybody know who DoDash is? Do as in D-O-U-G-H, dough as in money. Play on words. She works for DoorDash. But anyways, that's my cue card for the video I made this morning, which is about DoDash. So we're about to get into that. So what I typically do here is I will then put a title in, okay, after the date. And I don't really know what I'm going to call this yet. So I'm just going to type in DoDash. DoDash video. Okay? So that's what I called that. Then I'm going to double click in here. I'm going to create another folder. Right click, new folder, and I'm going to call this recordings. Okay? I'm going to double click in here. And what I want to do is I want to bring in any recordings that I made on my phone. I've already airdropped that to my computer. And actually, if I move this over here and drag down this other Finder window, you'll see that it's right here. I always keep 2 copies of Finder open on my vertical monitor. One is always on the downloads folder, and that's where it gets airdropped to. So I will click and drag this video over to here. Okay, now I'll get rid of this. Now, I'm also probably going to want to use the same music that I usually use in all my videos. So let's go and I'll show you how to get that. I used it in this video. That's the video I put out last Friday. Double click in here and music, epidemic sound. Double click in there. There it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight this, Command C to copy that. And I'm going to back up and go back into this one and then Command V. Now I've got that music in this folder too. I'm just checking the, so bear with me. While I'm doing this stuff, I'm not usually as good at checking the live chat, but I'm going to do my best. So just going to quickly, thanks for sharing, Rob. Love this guy. Use Camtasia like me, and has lots of tricks, shortcuts. Think First Media says, I would like to join the over 40 video editors community, looking to network with others and help each other. There's a link down below, the Creators Cove link. Feel free to join. Oh, the Weezer. I'm hearing music, Rob. Not sure you want me to hear that. What could that be from? Let's close that. It's probably... You know what it might be? Is it, if it's very low, it might just be... I do have music on out in the other room. It might be that.
I just want to say thank you so much for your...
Oh, let's close that. It's actually a Dodash video. I'm just double checking. I don't have anything else. Oh wait, no, what's that? Oh, there you go. I found it. I think I just turned it off. Okay, the music you were... Rob, turn down the music. What you were hearing was some lo-fi chill music I usually have on in the background when I'm working. Sorry about that. That was probably on for the whole time, wasn't it? I think that's it. Did that solve the problem, Lee? Yeah, much better. Okay, sorry guys. See, I never promised a perfect live stream. It's always good to have something a little rough around the edges. I'm hearing music. Here we go. I'm hearing music, Rob. Yep, yep. Music is fine, but a tad loud. Okay. Kate, relaxing but challenging to hear Rob with my aging ears. Where were you? Haha. Well, okay. All settled. All good. Sorry, guys. And thank you for pointing that out. See, that's why I need to look at the chat every once in a while to see what's going on. I have probably 25 tabs open in my Google Chrome, and luckily, like I think 6 of them are YouTube videos. Good thing they're not all on. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to this. So here is my folder. I got my recording in here. Okay. Got the music in there. We're all good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I will start a new project. This is Camtasia. For those who don't know, this is Camtasia. I'm going to bring in the side here because I know I've got myself on screen just to, so that's not in the way. And actually, so this window here, I'm going to move to another monitor. But what I'll end up doing is I'll just kind of click and drag this. Well, I could actually do that with this here. This is the video. I'm going to click and drag that down to the timeline right there. And now I'm going to get this out of the way. Okay, so I am going to make this screen a little bigger, give myself some more room here. Let's check my project settings. I filmed this in 4K, so I want it, so yeah, I'm not in I don't have the project set up in 4K. The default is just HD, 1920 by 1080. So let's change this to 4K. and I only need 30 frames per second. Click apply. I'm going to zoom out. I use my mouse wheel to zoom like that. And now, if I had made my canvas size the proper size in the beginning before I brought the video in, the video would have filled the canvas. But since I brought the video in first, it filled the 1080p canvas. So now I just have to resize it. So I just move it like this and click and drag the corner like that. Now it's a 4K video. Whoops. And we can check that again by going to project settings, 3840 by 2160, 4K. All good. Okay, so that is the full video. Now I think I had some false starts. Yeah, see, it's raining here. So in this one, I am not going to sync audio. I'm hoping the audio is good here. Now I'm going to press play here so you can hear audio. I just want to make sure it sounds okay.
And titles, there's nothing special about those at all.
Okay, so I was standing literally 10 feet from where I'm sitting, like just outside this window. That's where I shot this. That's my backyard. And that is the Atlantic Ocean. St. Margaret's Bay in the Atlantic Ocean. Let's back up here. What am I going to do? Let's go. So there's a bunch of different ways I can do this. I need to find the beginning where I started because I think I did a couple of false starts. So bear with me, you're just going to have to listen to this.
Hey guys, I got to do it. I want to talk about Dodash. Have you heard of her? She's a content creator.
Now I'm going to press L, JKL. So if you press L, you can kind of speed it up. I just want to make sure, it looks like I did that on one take. I did record, and then there was another copy that I did not use. I think my bad takes were in another file. I just want to make sure that I didn't mess up.
She's making videos. She's making a lot of videos, and she's doing very well. Her channel blew up very recently. I'm going to say about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. But she's been making videos for several years. She works for DoorDash, so that's her job. She delivers food to people in her car, and she makes videos typically in her car. But about 2 months ago, she made a video that blew up, went viral, got lots of views, and she basically got discovered.
Okay, so that I didn't mess up. So I did this in one take. So we don't have to listen through the whole thing, but let me just kind of scrub through it. Actually, before I go too much farther, I'm going to make some adjustments to the actual video, to how it looks. I'm just going to give myself some more room here. We'll fit that, make it larger. I always go to Visual Effects and then Color Adjustment. I bring that down and drop it on the video file in the timeline. And now, I don't know why they have these strange, so it's this thing here, Color Adjustment. Before I did that, this wasn't there, and I can get rid of it by hitting this X, then it's gone. But anyways, if I click and drag this and put it down there, it adds this, and for some reason the brightness, contrast, and saturation that they add are these random numbers, and it's black and white. If I just put all these back to 0, it goes back to the way it was before and you can toggle it on and off, the effect like this. You can see there's no difference. Okay, but what I like to do, and it's the same numbers I always use, I go -6 on the brightness, 5 on the contrast, and 24 on the saturation. So that just makes the colors pop a little bit more. Again, I used my iPhone 14 Pro Max to shoot this, just this phone here, and I was holding on to this tripod when I filmed this, just standing out there. I suppose I could make one while I'm sitting down and it's on a tripod, but in this case I was going to go for a walk, and then I thought, it's raining, I don't want to go too far from the house, so I just stood there and did it. So now you can see what the difference is by the color adjustments that I make by toggling this color adjustment on and off. So that's without any color adjustment. That's just right from the phone. and that's with the color adjustment. Very, very, actually you can tell more if you look at these bright colors here, the red chairs and the yellow sailboat there. Toggle that on and off, you can see the difference. Okay, so I like that. So yeah, so I just want to decide where I want this to start. I don't necessarily need to keep all of that. This, I'm just zooming in here and just press play.
Hey guys.
So I don't need to keep all that. Maybe a little bit, like just maybe from there. It's important to get right into the video. I mean, you know, it's nice to show something a little bit different. This is a different look than any of my videos had. So I'll show a little bit of it before I kind of zoom into frame. So maybe that's a good place to start.
Hey guys, I got to do it. I want to talk about Dodash. Have you heard of her?
Okay, so that's good. I like the way that starts. So I just clicked this here to zoom all the way out again. And let's go to the end. I want to see how I end this. I think I ended it pretty good. I don't think, I might have to cut some off at the end. I'm just going to zoom in again just to fine tune it. And let's just play the end.
Out here. I'm going live. If you're not going to see this video till tomorrow, but what I'm going to do in the live stream is we're going to edit this video here. So if you're at all interested in learning how I edit my videos, join one of my live streams, and that's what I typically do every Tuesday. So with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I kind of shook the camera around a little bit there.
Thanks, guys.
Probably right there. That's probably good. And maybe, and then what I usually like to do is add some of that music. But there's one thing I forgot to do. Let's go ahead. So I've trimmed the beginning and the end. Beginning and the end. That's pretty much all I've done so far. So I will Control S to save this. I haven't given this a title yet, so let's just call this, what did I call the folder? Dodash video. So yeah, just for now, let's just call that Dodash video. And I want to save it. Where am I going here? Not in downloads. There, no. Oh, maybe I will just let's just cancel that. Let's try this again. Save in downloads. That's fine. Dodash video. Oh no, here we go. We just go to my projects over here. Dodash video. I had a little brain fart there, I guess. And we'll just save it right in here. Dodash video, and that'll save the project file. Okay, not the actual video. So now we've at least got a name for it, and we saved it in here. Now, before I go too much farther, I want to make the audio better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to export this audio file, export, where is the audio? Export audio only. Okay, and I change that to wave, and it's going to go into the same folder, and I'm just going to underscore original. Okay, I'm going to export that. There we go. Now I'm going to open up Adobe Audition. Okay, that is the program I like to use to modify audio files. So this is it right here. This is Adobe Audition. I'm going to open up that audio file, right click, and open with Adobe Audition. That should open it up here. There it is. So now I can play it.
Hey guys, I got to do it.
Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to modify this. So we'll select Control A or Command A, select it all, and I'm going to go Favorites, Rob Voice 21. This is a preset that I created that will make the audio sound better. I've made a video on this. I believe I did it in a live stream, I think, quite a while ago. and it's going to go through a bunch of processing, hard limiter, compression, equalizer, parametric equalizer, single band compressor, normalizing. There we go. Now it sounds like this.
Went viral, got lots of views, and
that should sound better. So now I'm going to go Command Shift S to save as, and I'm going to save this one there, processed. Okay, I'm going to save that back in the same place. That saved the file. Now I can close this. Close that. Now I want to bring this audio, the processed version, back in. I'm going to click and just drag it in. That is the new audio file. And it should match up exactly in length to the first one. So now if I play it,
say about a month ago,
you're hearing both. So what I can do is right click this and silence the audio on the video portion. This is the audio, this is the video.
maybe 2 months ago.
Okay, so that I don't need it that low.
But she's been making videos for several years. She works for DoorDash, so
Okay, we can turn the gain up a little bit.
that's her job. She delivers food to people in her car. And she makes...
There we go. Now, I usually like to have the audio on the bottom, just preference. I mean, most video editing software, they do it this way. They'll show the audio files in the bottom tracks and the video files in the upper tracks. With Camtasia, it doesn't matter. You can put them wherever. But just to try to keep things relatively consistent and smooth, I put my audio on the bottom. Now, notice I didn't put it all the way to the bottom because I usually add music at the end, and I put that on track 1. So I'm going to go into here. Remember this? Here I'm going to go double click to get into my music, and I'm going to drag this music file. So I'm going to do it with it on the other monitor. I'm going to drag that over and drop it down towards the end. Now let's move towards the end here. Here, I can click this away. And this is this music. You probably recognize that. That's the music I usually have at the end of my videos. And I usually like to have that come in towards the end. I'm not going to have any bloopers in this one. So I'm not going to have this music on for very long. But let's just kind of figure out where we want that music to start.
But I'm going live. If you're not going to see this video till tomorrow, but what I'm going to do in the live stream is we're going to edit this video here. So if you're at all interested in learning how I edit my videos, join one of my...
Probably there.
So if you're at all interested in learning... So if you're at all interested in learning how I edit my videos, join...
And it's too loud. So we'll go, I usually go down to about 30%.
Join one of my live streams, and that's what I typically do every Tuesday. So with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks, guys.
Maybe we can keep this. It's not going to be on for very long. Here, I think I want it to go till about that length. So that's another way you can do it. Figure out where you want the music to end. So I just press the S key to split, and I highlighted the end. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to have it end there. So let's drag it back to there. So let's just look at how that, and I drag this out. No, that ended there. So let's go, let's see what that looks like.
Live, if you're not going to see this video till tomorrow, but what I'm going to do in the live stream is we're going to edit this video here. So if you're at all interested in learning how I edit my videos, join one of my live streams, and that's what I typically do every Tuesday. So with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to add a little, go to favorites, a little fade at the end. I'm going to click the fade transition and drop it there so it ends like this. And if I want it to fade slower, I can just drag this out. Let's drag it out to a second.
See you in another video. Thanks, guys.
Okay, and as well as that, I want to fade out the audio. So I'll grab this one, fade out the audio, and I'll drop it here. Now for this one, I usually like to increase the size of the track, the height of the track. And now this, I'll drag this back, usually to match up with when the video starts to fade. So the video and the audio fade at the same time, and it fades down to 0.
Thanks, guys.
Just like that. And let me just double check the chats here. Louis says, I'm struggling to get a crisp screen recording on Camtasia. I think my screen is too large. Yeah, there's several settings. Are you referring to... so your screen recording, you did say screen recording. So yeah, when I record a screen, I use a 4K monitor, but I make the area that I'm going to record 1920 by 1080. So my little green recording box is within my 4K monitor, and then I put, I'll put the whatever program it is that I want to capture. Usually it's Google or Chrome, right? A browser. And I'll resize the windows so that I'm capturing only what I want to capture. And if you want it to be more clear, you can zoom in Google Chrome. I think it's Control plus, and if you keep hitting plus, you'll keep zooming in. That'll make things bigger as well. And then that should capture it nice and clear. And then you can add some animations, some zoom in and pan animations to that as well. So hopefully that helps. Thank you, Eric. Yes, nice backyard. Absolutely. I love it too. Awkward Human. Hello, Awkward Human. Hello. When I click on the banner for your editing course, rather than giving me the option to purchase, it tells me I didn't have permission to access. Do you have a link so I can purchase? Yeah, so I tried to get all that set up before this live stream, and it did not get set up in time. So what's the best thing to do? If I go still on some of my older videos, yeah, on some, so if I go right click, copy, on some of my older videos, I still have that starter course purchase link, but I'm going to try to put that in the chat here. To buy the course. No, that's not going to work. Let's paste it here. And that did not work. Okay, so let me actually click it. Yeah, here we go. So if I put this in, there's the link. Okay, and what I should do, so that's the link that'll get you to basically the landing page of the course. The wording and whatnot on that landing page might be basically saying that when you get the course, you get Creators Cove for free. Well, Creators Cove is free now anyway. So, but I will say that course that I'm selling for $97 now, that is going to go up in about 2 weeks. I want to say 1 week, but it's probably 2 weeks. Once I'm working on some additional bonus videos to put in this course based on the feedback I got from the people who've already bought the course. Some things that they'd like to see as bonuses, they're going to get added to the course. And once they're added to the course, I'm re-releasing the course, and it's going to be $197, and that's when I'm going to go and start working on the next thing. Okay, so you got 1 or 2 weeks left at this price. I just wanted to mention that, and you'll probably see wording to that effect on that page. But why don't I'm just going to go into my YouTube studio here. Bear with me for this live stream. Live is right here, and if I go to details, sorry, bear with me. I'm just going to put that link in in the starter. Oh, it's right there. Okay. I'll just move it up to the top. And I'll delete those. Sorry, I'm just some housekeeping that I tried to have done before. There. Now if you go to the description of this live stream, there's 3 links you should see at the top. The free download, the success guide that I created. It's an 11-page PDF that you can download for free. Then a link to Creators Cove, and then a link to the starter course. You don't have to join the Creators Cove if you're getting the starter course, because Creators Cove will get created for you with that as well anyways. So, but there you go. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that link works for you, and I'll clean everything up in the next day or two. Oh, look at that. Never mind. I found the link. All right. So that was all for naught. But anyways, I'm glad you found the link. Now let me get back to this here. Back to the editing. Sorry, I'm kind of bouncing around a lot here. And because of that, here we are. So this is the video we were working on. So that could be it, right? Like, you don't really have to do much more editing than that. I could add titles, okay? Titles to this if I wanted to. And to do, like, you know how in some of my videos, every so often, I will, I'll kind of darken the image and then put some text on that talks about what I'm talking about in the video. I could do that, or I don't have to, okay? That's like an extra. You really don't have to. And this is not that long of a video. What is it? It's just under 15 minutes. So I probably don't need to add that in this case. Oh, Alan just says, do we need to wait for your approval before we enter Creators Cove? No, you shouldn't. You should get an email right away that I think it's going to ask you to change your password or set your password, and then you can go right in. Okay. And then when I'm finished with this live stream, I will go into Creators Cove, into the DMs, and I'll send you a message saying, welcome. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. So that's what I'll do. But no, you should be able to go in right now. So this video is done. Like, that's literally all we had to do to edit it. It's done. It was kind of an easy one to do because I did it in one take, so I didn't have to cut off any mistakes in the beginning. And I know I made no mistakes throughout the video. I mean, I may be some ums and ahs that you may want to cut out of your own if you want to, but I've kind of made the decision that I'm just leaving that kind of stuff in because people don't mind it. That's what I'm finding out. People love authenticity. They love authentic videos. If people are just being real. So if I mess up in a video and I trip over my words, no big deal. No big deal. People don't mind. In fact, I think they like it. So just be yourself. You mess up, you mess up. So I've saved this, saving it again. Now I need to get the video. I need to export it or render it. Depending on the editing program you use, they may say render. Camtasia calls it export. So let's click this export button up here. Local file. I just want to export it locally. Sorry, I'll go back. It does give you an option to export it to YouTube. I've never done that. I just do it myself, and I like to know where I put my files. So I'll go local file, do-video. I'm going to go _4K just so I know that I've made it in 4K. It's going to be saved in here. That's fine. And export to MP4. Yeah, everything else is fine. Export. Now it's creating the video. I shot the video on my phone. I transferred it into my MacBook. I then opened up Camtasia and I brought it in as well as some music. I exported the audio, I cleaned it up a bit with Adobe Audition. I brought that back in. Other than that, that's all I did. So that I did all that in Camtasia, and now I'm rendering the file. It's going to take maybe probably around 5 minutes or so, and we don't have to watch that, but we can if you want. If you have any questions about what I did, let me know, because this was pretty basic. I may go back in and without wasting your time, I'll actually take a listen through it, and if it does make sense to add some text, I will. But other than that, All I'll have to do is create the thumbnail and add the description and upload it to YouTube. So a video like this, a 4K video that's 15 minutes, I think that usually takes, I'm going to say about an hour for me to upload. And that's because I don't have a great upload connection here. My download connection is great, but upload, it's not that great. I think I get 15 megabits per second here, whereas it's like 800 or so download speed, only 15 up. So it takes me a while to upload videos, maybe an hour or so. But while it's uploading, that's when I usually work on the thumbnail in Canva and add the description too. You can add the description while the video is uploading. So while this is happening, let me bring another file or another window down to show you. I'll bring this down. Double click. I'll bring this over and we'll go to Canva. All right, so I mentioned my thumbnails. This is where I go to make all my thumbnails. The way I do it, you see here, if you hover over it, there's a number down below. You can see how many pages are in each project file. 45 here. These are all my live stream thumbnails. One of 7 here, and that's because I started to run, not run, I don't know how many I can have in there. I think it might be 300, but anyways, I created a new one. So if I click on here, this is where my thumbnails are. Click on here. This is my last thumbnail for the video on Friday. I can zoom it here. You can see there were a couple different versions. I usually try several versions here, reaching out. See, I didn't know how it was gonna look. I can delete the ones that I didn't use. Let's delete that. Didn't use that. I didn't use that. I did not use that. This is basically the same thing, but I believe this is the one I used. All it is, I zoomed in the photo. If you see that here, let's just take I made another copy of it. I can highlight this and make it smaller. You can see what I did, right? I made it, I zoomed in so that things were a different size. And then there's the text. That's all I did. So let me just get rid of that. So if I'm going to create another thumbnail, what I'll do is I will hit this duplicate page. So these are the last, so I did not use this one. Let's just delete that. So these are the last 3 thumbnails that I have used, okay, that I've made. I'm going to take this one with the larger text and I'll create a duplicate of that. Okay, now I'm going to move it up to the top with this move up arrow. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to work with. I can highlight that background image and press the backspace button. Oh, did you see what happened there? Control Z. Notice how it just got darker? That's because I always do a little bit of enhancement, like some brightness enhancement on the image after I remove the background. So that's what that was. See this? It's a lighter version of me without a background. That's what I had done. But anyways, let's delete that and delete that one as well. So here's what I'm starting with. Okay, so now let's see how that render is coming. We're only 55% finished. So that's not good. It's not ready for me to. So I usually, once the video renders, I'll take a screenshot of that video. Now something else I could do. No, I can't do that because it's not. No, I can't do it right now because I'm rendering. But you've seen what I've done before. So I'm going to take a screenshot and I'm going to put it here and then I'm going to change the text. Now, I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. I might just call it Dough Dash. But I don't know. Some notes that I wrote down were, here, I'll just change this so you can see this. So I wrote down Dough Dash, at risk, wannabe Dough Dash, 1 to 5 videos per day, $7,000 to $9,000 per month she's making right now. Course, be careful, flash in the pan, sustainable. So those were my notes. And from that, I just kind of glanced at that and then I started talking. And I may not have talked about all of those things, but I can now. Let me quickly just go through where we are in the chat and then I'll get back to Dough Dash, okay? Where are we? story. Mustang says, being authentic in your videos is key. If you make a slight mistake, just continue on. Everyone does this in real life. 100%. Absolutely. And that's what I'm finding. People don't mind mistakes. And the first time, I don't know why I didn't try this sooner, but it was July 5th was the first time I tried it. And when I sat down to make that over 40 video, the first thing I said, I think one of the first things I said was, this is a new type of video for me. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to try to do this in one take. And here we go. This is why I think if you're over 40, you need to start a YouTube channel. And then I just talked and referred to my bullet points is what I did. And I messed up. I tripped over my words sometimes. I paused and, I tried to play off Peanut a little bit. Like I added some text every once in a while to try to keep people, engaged in the video. And it worked out really well. So yeah, I'm a big believer in being authentic now. So, and that's a huge help too to a lot of people who want to get into YouTube but are worried about making mistakes. They're not that good talking to camera. That's a big thing. Not that good talking to camera. You really don't have to be. But the only way to prove that is to actually try it yourself and have fun while you make mistakes. That's what I do. I just have fun while I'm making mistakes, recording myself. And it just gets easier, and your videos will naturally get better the more you do it. But I think it's important that you actually upload a video when you film yourself, even if you've made mistakes. Like this one here, I still have not watched that whole video all the way through, the one that's rendering right now. I know I messed up in a couple of places, but I'm leaving it all in, and we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. Greetings, Gerhard from Holland. How you doing? Welcome. Peanut butter jelly jam. How can the internet speeds be so terrible in a country like the US? Well, I'm in Canada, so there's that. But no, I'm in rural Canada. I mean, I'm near Halifax. Halifax is the nearest big city to me. And by big city, that's not that big compared to some, but it's 500,000 people, basically, around 500,000 people. Our whole province only has 1 million people in it, in Nova Scotia. And I'm around a 30-minute drive away from Halifax. But where I am here, as you saw from the video there, it looks very rural. The ocean, some houses across the water and stuff. It is cable internet is what I get. And when I'm outside with my phone, I do get decent. There are places where you can get really good 5G plus speeds. But it just so happens where I live, we don't have fiber op to the house. We only have old-fashioned cable, cable TV. And it's not that great for upload. So that's my story. It can be. It's a huge landmass and they don't run fiber everywhere. Exactly. Not yet. I live 1 block away from a fiber connection, but on my street, the best I can get is 30 down, 10 up. Yeah. But what I'm finding though, and mine was 10 up as well, but now it's 15, and I still do these live streams. I think I only need 6 upload to do a live stream at 1080p, and that's what I'm doing. I could not do this and live stream it to 2 different places, I don't think, not without there being some buffering issues. Like if I wanted to live stream to YouTube and Facebook, I wouldn't be able to do it with this. I'd have to use a service like StreamYard where you live stream to StreamYard and from there they send it out to a bunch of places. But I think the quality is better if I can just do it right from my office here. Eric says, would you recommend record and work with 4K even though it takes more resources rather than 1080 while still being an amateur? Yes, and I'll explain why. Yes, because what I'm finding is a lot of people are watching my videos on a big screen TV. Okay? More and more people are watching YouTube on their big, large TVs and not necessarily on a phone or on a desktop or a laptop computer. A lot of TVs these days have a YouTube app, smart TVs. And even if they don't, you can plug in a phone or a laptop to a large TV and people will watch that way. But yeah, the numbers of people who are watching on large screen TVs is increasing all the time. And if you're on a large screen TV, like on a 55-inch TV or a 65-inch TV, you can tell between 1080p and 4K. The 4K looks a whole lot better. So because of that, I upload in 4K. Now, keep in mind that when you upload a video in 4K to YouTube, that doesn't mean that if somebody watches that video on their phone, if their phone can only show 1080p, that's all YouTube is going to send them, a 1080p version of your video. So when you upload a 4K video to YouTube, YouTube is going to take that and it's going to create a whole bunch of different versions of your video. 1080p, 720p, probably 480, 360, like super low resolution versions. And then based on who's trying to watch your video, that will dictate which version YouTube sends them. So it's not just the device they're watching it on that'll make that decision. Also, if I'm watching on a phone that can handle 4K, but let's say I'm out in the woods and I have terrible reception, if I don't have a good internet connection, that's another reason YouTube won't send me a large file, like a 4K version of the video. They may just send me, based on my internet connection, they may say, oh, he can't take advantage of anything more than 720 now anyway, so that's all we're going to send. Okay, so, but luckily, us as creators, we don't have to worry about that. We just upload the best quality that we can, or that we want to, and YouTube will automatically, in the background, create all the different versions for whoever wants to watch your video. So, yep, I always upload in 4K. That's my story. Steve says, I had to switch to 5G instead to get anything decent. Now I have 100 down, 15 up. Perfect. That's fine. I think I have 800 down, but 15 up. But 100 down is plenty for any, so down is when you're watching YouTube or watching Netflix or watching stuff, or downloading files. You only really need upload if you're sending videos somewhere, like uploading to YouTube or live streaming. That's up. That's upload as well. How did you pop that message up on the stream? Is that something built into YouTube Live? That's nice. It's Ecamm Live. That's how I do that. So, and I can show you real quick here. And I'm now streaming from my phone. This is Ecamm Live on my laptop. This computer here is running all of this, all my monitors. Okay, they're all plugged into this computer. 2 connections there, one's to a dock, and then another connection over here. But this is Ecamm Live, and what I do is, here's your message right here. I can just click you here, boom, and it pops up there. See that? And then I can exit out here. So this is connected to my YouTube account, my YouTube live stream, this stream. Okay? And then, yeah, so that's how I do that. StreamYard also allows you to do that. So I can just scroll here. And that's what I'm saying. Like when I'm not necessarily seeing all of your live comments come in because I'm looking here to see which ones I want to click on here. If I want to look at the live ones, I look over here. This is my YouTube studio, right? And that, and then I can see down here what's live. Okay, so that is how I do that. One of the best things about Ecamm Live is the ability to display messages like that. You can also do that in StreamYard, by the way. But it was very hard to try to figure out how to do in OBS, and I had troubles with it. So I moved on from that. Sorry, didn't know you were in Canada, but it still confuses me that such a big country has that problem. We have the smallest and cheapest internet package here in Sweden, and it's 150. That's awesome. I wish I had a 150 upload. Yeah, the biggest problem we have in Canada is, so our neighbor to the south is the United States, okay? The U.S. has, well, I think 320 or 350 million people. Canada, I think we're like twice the size, landmass-wise. Like it's a huge country, second in the world only to Russia. It's a huge country, but our population is less than 40 million. So we have a whole lot less people. And now, I think 95% of our population is all down in the southern parts of Canada, all along the southern border, and over here. And well, again, we're only a million, our province on the East Coast, but the majority are kind of down close to the U.S., mostly between, say, Toronto and Montreal. That area has probably 2/3 of our entire population just in that little area. And then we've got some other larger cities out west, like Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg. But like Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Quebec City, that whole area there, Toronto itself has got to have over 5 million people now. I think they call it the Golden Horseshoe, has like 8 million people. Well, the whole country only has 40 or 39 million, something like that. So because of that, if you think about our land mass and the population, think of it in terms of tax dollars collected. How much tax can the government collect from the people to then build infrastructure, right? If you compare us to like the United States, much smaller landmass, but 10 times the population, that's a whole lot more tax dollars they have per square mile or whatever to build things. Like, now I know it's not the government that builds the cell phone towers and all that, but that's kind of my point. Like, they have a whole lot more customer base to draw from to build things than we do in Canada. So that's, I don't know if that made sense, but basically we have a large landmass, and yeah, if you go way up north, you're not going to get very good internet at all, I wouldn't think. So that's that. You could get Elon Musk internet. Yes, we could. And in fact, I have one in the basement, a Starlink dish. And I had that working. It's expensive. Like, I want to say it was $160 a month or something like that. The download speed was not as good as our download speed, but the upload was better. I think I was getting 200 down and 25 or 30 upload with that. But the problem with that is the ping times are much slower because instead of being wired in or going to a cell phone tower, which is nice and close, it goes 500 miles up into the air to hit a satellite and bounce back. So the ping time is a little slower. So I don't know how good live streaming would be. You know what I mean? For uploading files, it would be fine. But for live streaming, I didn't try the live streaming. But anyways, I canceled my subscription because it was a lot of money, and this tends to work just fine for me. But I have the hardware. The Weezer says, Upper Peninsula of Michigan, we have a total of just over 300,000 people for the whole Upper Peninsula. Cable TV. Very good. 16,000 square miles. Very good. Yeah. Beautiful country up there too, I think. So you'd be right below Manitoba or Ontario, Thunder Bay maybe, Winnipeg, somewhere. No, Winnipeg's closer to Minnesota, I think. So you're more underneath Ontario, I would think, in Lake Superior, right? I think that's where that is. Modern phones are so much better than my old camera, which I was so proud of back when I got it. Yeah, modern phones have come a long way, a long way. How do you show the messages on your screen? Answered. Yes, very nice. I have used OBS Studio for most of my live streaming. I'll check it out. And I've used OBS too. It was fine. I started to run into troubles when I wanted to display these messages. There's a workaround. There's somebody who made like a, what do you call it? Like an open source solution that worked for me for a couple weeks, and then it didn't work when I wanted it to, and then it did, and I just found it finicky. And then you're always updating OBS, which doing that could maybe break this other program that it just became a headache for me. And believe it or not, I'm not really a lot of stuff I don't know about tech. I know what I know, but no more. 160 a month was pretty steep. Yep, that's for Elon Musk. That's for Starlink. 160. Well, sorry, that's Canadian too. So I think it was 120 or 125 American, US. So our Canadian dollar, I think our dollar's worth like $1 Canadian will buy around 75 cents, or like 3/4, 0.75 US dollars, something like that. fluctuates. I've gone through all the live chats. So let me just take a quick look. Oh, that video did finish. How are we for time? 4 o'clock. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. We don't have to go on much longer, but I will take you back here and show you that this finished, the export finished, so I can close that. And I'm going to go over and double click to open up the video and bring it down here. That is the video. Let's just play it.
Hey guys, I got to do it. I want to talk about...
Okay, and I didn't do really any editing until the end. I think I added the music, right?
And that's what I typically do every Tuesday. So with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you that what I would do now is I'll scrub back and forth here and find a nice thumbnail, right? In my mind, I'm going to think, okay, I want to put some text on the left. This actually might be a good shot because I'm positioned to the right, okay? There's lots of space on the left for text. Once I figure out what I want for the text, then I could put it in there. But let's just say this, I mean, that doesn't look too bad. I've got a weird look on my face, but on a Mac, you go Command Shift the number 4, and that brings up these crosshairs. And then all I have to do is click up here and drag down here, release. That creates a screenshot. So easy on a Mac. I love it. I'll get that up out of the way. I can close this and go back here to Canva. I am going to, actually I'll show you what I would do. Here's my Finder window again. I would right click and create a new folder, call it thumbnail, if I knew how to spell, thumbnail. Double click in here. That screenshot I just took automatically saves to my downloads folder, so I see it over here. I'm just going to click and drag it into here. There's the screenshot. And now what I'm going to do is I will click this and drag it into Canva like that. Let me just move this out of the way. It takes me longer to do things as I'm showing every step like this, but hopefully you appreciate that. I'll click here and I'll move this, and I'll click and drag it like this. Yeah, maybe that's going to be it. I'll delete one word. Maybe it's only going to be 2 words. Holding Shift, and I'll move it up here. Maybe I call it Dodash. I don't know. I'm going to have to put some more thought into it, what I want to do. And also, my face looks kind of dark here. I'm going to show you this trick too, which I love this about Canva. You can only do this in the paid version of Canva, but it's removing the background. First, I'm going to copy this and paste it. So Control C, Control V. So I have another copy of this. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Background Remover right here. That's only going to remove the background to the top copy. Okay. So I'll let that do its thing. It's already done. That is what you can only do in the paid version. Now you can see there's a copy of this without the background. That's awesome. Now with this copy, I'm going to go to Edit. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to go to Adjust. And then it's usually the brightness. See, I can change the brightness now. And now it's only affecting me because I removed the background, right? And I didn't want to affect the background, so I'll just maybe make it brighter like that. Do I want contrast? Probably not. No, I'll probably just leave that there. Probably just increase the brightness like that. That's probably good. That might look too much. You can try different things. The highlights, see what they all do. Shadows. Leave some shadows. Whites. So there's all kinds of different ways. And you can scroll down. There's all kinds of different things you can do. You can actually change vibrance of the colors. Right, here's saturation. You want to add a little more color to your face, you can do it there. Like that. Yeah, there you go. That's that. It was kind of a foggy day. Actually, it wasn't really foggy. It was just kind of rainy. So anyways, and then when I'm done, so I'm going to change this. Double click there to change what I call this. do_version 1, V1. That's what I usually do. We'll go to share, click download, not all pages. Let's deselect all pages and only select this one. Click done and click download. That's it. Downloading to, again, my downloads folder. So I will move this out of the way. And I'm going to bring this back so you can see what I'm doing. I will drag this do-version 1 file in here, double click it so you can see it. There it is. Whoops. Thumbnail done. So now when I upload my video, here's a thumbnail that I will also upload with it. And that's it. So I would do that while my video is uploading, is typically the way I do it. So I hope that helps show you how I do things. Let me just double check where are we with no more new chats. That's good. So if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me now. I've gone over 2 hours. Also, the Creators Cove. No problem, Lee. I see your comment here. Another good video in the can. Yeah, so this video will come out tomorrow. I'm going to put that out tomorrow. I've got something planned for tonight, but early tomorrow morning I'll probably get up and just take one last little quick look at this, see if I want to add some titles. And if I do, I'll have to re-export or re-render the video. Then I'll upload it, and by 9 or 10 a.m. it should be up and ready to go, ready for you to watch the whole thing. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or ideas as to what additional chat rooms I should add to Creators Cove, let me know. You can let me know in this chat and I'll check it afterwards, or you can let me know in the comments below. Once this is over, you'll be able to leave comments below. Or if you're already in Creators Cove, let me know in there. Let me know. Some people have already made some suggestions. I'll go back and check those. And then I'll add them either tonight or tomorrow morning. Probably tomorrow morning. No, maybe tonight. Maybe tonight. We'll see how much time I have. Aaron, good question. Good point. I want to ask you guys something else. There's still 33 of you in here. Thank you, guys. But so I have a 25-year-old son who is a computer scientist. He's a software developer. And he live streams. He, in fact, helped me get into this a few years ago. But he's a gamer. He live streams gaming and coding and things like that. And sometimes you might see him in here. He is Liam. But what was I saying? Why am I bringing... Oh, he has told me several times, Dad, you need to get a Discord. It makes things so much easier. And my hesitation has been, like, I know what Discord is. I have gone into Discord with my son, so I kind of know how it works. But my concern is that my audience, the people who typically watches my videos, typically people who are over 40 years old, 50, 60, 70, may not know what Discord is and may not be interested in learning something new like that. That has been my hesitation. I don't want to introduce something that might be just something else someone's going to have to learn. So what are your thoughts on that? I'd love to know. Maybe I'm worried about something I shouldn't be worried about. Maybe it's not as hard as, for new people to pick up as I think it is. So let me know. I see Aaron says, good point, Rob. So maybe I've got something there. But that's been my hesitation. I can totally create one. It's something that's free to create. But instead, I kind of went this whole Kajabi route that allowed me to create Creators Cove in there instead of having a Discord. I just thought in my mind, I'm thinking if everything is within my robthemaritimer.com website, which it'll all be, like, links will all make sense in that website someday soon, I promise. Then maybe that's easier for people, is what I was always, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I've always found Discord basic and confusing. Okay, good. Discord, when it grows, can be kind of unruly and will eventually need some admins in there. Yep, that's no problem. I may need some admins in Creators Cove at some point. Discord is a chat room where you get notifications and you can chat freely. Okay, yeah. If I get, then anyone will look. If I get it, then anyone will. I'll look. KJ Craft says, my sons have me trying Discord myself. I don't know. I'm trying. I think you should go learn it and teach me. LOL. I could do that. I don't know what Discord is. I'd love to know. All right. Mountain Finance. Hi, Rob. I went with a Discord and it does work out well. Also, keep in mind that YouTube is expanding the community tab in 2025 to give a lot of the functionality of Discord. That is a good point. Yeah, YouTube is expanding the community tab or they may be renaming the existing community tab, and there's going to be some ability to chat back and forth right within YouTube. So yes, that's a very good point. Thank you for reminding me of that. So yeah, might be all for naught. But anyway, Discord for people over 40. Yes, great idea. There you go. You should start one, Aaron. There you go. Stacy says, oh no, I clicked the wrong one. I have a Discord through a crafting group. While I don't mind it, I prefer whatever your Creative Cove is better. Okay, so Creators Cove is Kajabi, is what it is. Kajabi. But it's not free. I pay $200 a month for Kajabi, but again, that includes my website hosting, the course videos hosting. There's 37 videos in that. It gives me the ability to do live one-on-one coaching calls like Zoom, but within Kajabi, and it records them all. So if I do a one-on-one coaching session with somebody and they want to watch it back later on, they can go into their Creators Cove account and bring it up and watch it again. So there you go. Peanut butter jelly jam. Is it just me, or is YouTube in high gear all of a sudden? I mean, all of the improvements going on. I don't know. They do tend to bring out new things every so often, and I'm trying to stay on top of them all so I can talk intelligently about them. But yeah, no, they're. I mean, in this industry, you kind of have to stay ahead, right, and try new things all the time, because, well, if they didn't expand their community and give people the ability to chat back and forth, then things like Kajabi and Discord will kind of take over, right? If they didn't add the membership ability in YouTube, then people would have stayed with, and some people still do, but with things like, and I'm forgetting the name now, but to offer memberships, Patreon, right? So some people have Patreons, but you can do that within YouTube now. Now, YouTube takes quite a large percentage of that, but memberships. But again, I can do memberships through Kajabi, and that is essentially what Creators Cove is anyways. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, well, there we go. Thank you very much, Mountain Finance, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Towards Creators Cove. Awesome. Thank you very much. Every little bit helps. That's perfect. Yeah, Creators Cove. It's the whole Kajabi thing. But again, I was able to cancel my what was it, SiteGround hosting that I had for my website, and moved it over to Kajabi, and I like it. I like it. It's great. But I really appreciate that super chat. Thank you very much. And competition is good. 100%. Yes, it is. Love competition. And I don't even think of YouTube as competition. Oh, one more thing before I let you guys go. Something new that I'm going to be doing here in the live streams and or in videos is I'm going to be having a talk with other creators. Okay, so whether that ends up being like an interview where I interview them, they interview me, whatever, or we just have a chat. I don't know, but whatever we do, whatever we decide to do, and it's not going to just be one person. I'm going to try to bring a new person in every so often, and it might be something that I really almost like a podcast style, but it might not be a podcast, just a video podcast, if you will, or just a chat between a couple of creators, and then I can ask them questions like, how did they get started? You know, what was their journey? And you can learn from them too. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep it over 40. So, you know, people our age and older, and so you can learn from them. Some successful ones, some that are maybe just starting out, but probably more towards the successful ones. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoy that. And again, I don't know if I'll be able to, I mean, I could bring them through live, through Ecamm Live, but don't know. That might be the next step. So, sorry, the next step will be just to make a video with another person, and we can probably each put a video, edit them ourselves, our own version of it for our own separate channels. But then once I, do that several times, then we'll probably get into maybe bringing them one or more into a live stream. And you guys can ask all of us questions. Okay, so that is in the pipe. Something I'm working on. Like the idea. Awesome. Will you collaborate with Silver and Solo? Maybe I will. I haven't spoken to her yet. Love her channel, but that would be great. I may. So I'll probably reach out to several people. I have been speaking with one other person so far, and I'm going to keep that a secret for now. But expect something relatively soon. And as a podcast would also be fine. And Silver and Solo is good. Yes, she is. I like her channel. That's it. That's all she wrote. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I will finish up this video, get it out tomorrow morning. Let me know what you want additional chat rooms to be in Creators Cove, and I will add them. If you're not a member of Creators Cove yet, click the link below and you can join. If you're interested in the starter course that I created, getting started in YouTube and how I make my videos, I created a 37 video course. I think it's like 6 or 7 hours worth of content that I made a couple months ago. You can get that right now still for $97, and the link for that is below as well. What else? Coaching and consulting coming soon. The consulting is almost done. I just have to finish the sign up page. So anybody who wants one-on-one time with me in a video call for an hour, that's what I'm going to offer. And you're going to be able to pick your time and your day. I'm going to make time slots available from like 8 a.m. my time until 10 p.m. my time. That should cover most of the world. So you should be able to find a time that works for you. And I want to create a form that you can fill out and tell me what it is you want to get out of the call. So that way I can be prepared, right, for what you want help with. And there may be some things I need to look up to be able to help you as best as I can. But the idea I've got in my head is anybody who needs some advice, some strategy advice. If you've got an idea but you don't know exactly, like maybe you can tell me your situation. Like, this is what I'm good at. I'd love a channel. I'm good at this. I'm good at that. I'm not so good at this. Do you have any ideas for me as to what a channel could be about? What can my niche be? And we can brainstorm together. Or I can help you with video editing. I can help you with Canva or whatever it is. Whatever it is, there's going to be a form there you can fill out and give me an idea, and then we'll take it from there. So one last check of all of the chats. If there's any other questions. No, lots of waving. Enjoyed it. There you go. That's it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning in the video that I'm going to be uploading. Otherwise, I'll see you in next week's live stream. Bye for now. Thanks, guys.